you really ever thought of that? I mean, let's break down the human being, right? You have a body, you have a soul, you have a spirit. But are you any of these three? You certainly are not your body because you have a body. You certainly are not your spirit because you have a spirit. You certainly are not your soul, or most people don't know, your mind. Anything you have can definitely never be you because you have it, you possess it. In the midst of all these three, you should be somewhere. I think it's time you meet who you really are. That's why I want to invite you to my I Am program that literally introduce you to yourself for the first time. Send me a message today. Let me book you up to the I Am program. I mean, you don't got to be here. We do it online. I can't wait to see you in class. Who are you? Did you see that?
Come on, away.
Okay, yanka.
Well, I mean, you saw the shot. Nana's shooting range is impeccable. It's amazing. It was all the way up. He just saw it and shot it. Listen, I mean, that's amazing. And it's a bush dove. I've never seen this kind before with a bush dove. Okay. It doesn't look like it's totally hit, right? It struck it. It didn't go through it. It just struck the neck. Wow.
I go.
Children from Kwame Papa. The other one see the child.
Oh, Shrampo Yami. That's how I am out.
If you feel that since you started giving to the altar, your life has become a mess, you stop. Don't kick on. I don't feed a lazy God.
I'm glad. As I'm going through this journey, that journey, protect my house, protect me, protect my household, protect. Now we offer up our blood sacrifice. You connect our blood sacrifice to the other.
Well, female tell us about Boduma. We can't swim with you. Girl, I said, as is all doing. I get Bunam. I get Bunam. Namanya modal sa poma. Be ma tua. Mbako gama zo ko. Anya mai na mereka bos na bona ke mo na. Ko bona mo na pon. No mo tui bon pon.
You say when he got missing, all the parents thought, the family thought he's dead, so they forgot about him. Just like maybe Castro. Castro got missing. So they forgot about him. And where he was, it's like a house. He mingled with people, strange kind of people. So you don't even know that he himself doesn't know that he has got missing. So literally, he was living with the Dwarfs. So he called Dwarfs that picked him. And the day that he will come to his senses and come to this earth, he found himself beside ant hill. So that is how come he doesn't go to anybody for spiritual protection. Doesn't go for anybody for spiritual work. As soon as he sleeps, everything will be revolved unto him. Or when you go to the bush, all that he needs to take care of someone or to heal someone, he said he's a healer. All that he needs to take care of someone. When you get to the bush, everything will be revolved to him because that's the source. So
No, I have plenty. I have plenty questions.
Or you should continue with the story.
Yeah, but he should continue. No, but what I want to know is, so when he got missing for the first day, yes, he didn't know that he was missing, but he could tell that this was not his family. Did he not miss the family? Did he not miss the parents? Did he not want to come back? And if he did, what happened? Did he try to come back? If he did, what happened?
Sorry, I beg you, get back here. Ever over a day, booty. I mean, my old boy there. I mean, my farmer, a girl, man, when my sister affair. My sister, oh, yeah, but I told boy, affair. Nah, a sister in the no care.
Hello, Bonama. I thought that's all over.
I try to be about that Bovafi, a few women or robo, but Pomo. Let's have a look to a foot. Call that a move of Bono, what to do. Tao Globen and that small of mafia.
A gamma gansua. So, no, the gammas, Bogol. No, will fine. Well, not a daughter, Bope, but to do.
Now, test way.
May you more the cook. Bobonima, come back near the cogo doing a work bronze, fiance, like a boa, wafia more. Not a doer. I will swallow, I firm it as well. Tana Zoina, like a form of two was equal at Bogwata. Oh, Mofio. But the Muda Puma, the Mother Homato, Muller, turn home of Koala. Come a little took a vineyard factor. Nico Malay, Tonus. Go turn a fortuna de Boto acting a deragon. No problem.
Over there, it's just like a family. They have beautiful women there. So they will give you a woman to marry, so that like you stay with them for a while. But they are all trapped to see whether you can really control your eggs or not. But he didn't touch any of them. Within him, he realized that if he lay with the women over there, he cannot come back. He realized he has missed his way. So those women that they giving him for me to marry and stay with them, he said no. They tried to leave, but they said no. He has to stay with them until his time was up. And then when that time came, they led him to a place that, oh, you go. So he was just walking. And then to a point where we are talking, where there's an anthill, the one we're talking about. So his crying, his demeanor, thing that he was doing, that made his father head like, no, that is his son.
So where he came, he was close to the father.
Yeah, so he was seeing the family like this, the family house like this, but he didn't know how to come out from that.
Oh,
thing.
wow.
So it was the father that heard his voice. And then I think the father was a hunter. I thought of what. So the father was a hunter. So a hunter, they have those kind of instinct, they have those kind of energy, so they can feel that something is not right there. So he came there and then found him beside a palm tree, palm tree. He was under the palm tree. The father came to find him.
So guys, I've always told you how powerful the palm tree is. I've always told. Me and Doc have done so many episodes about anthill, and these two energies are all coming into the conversation.
Yes.
If you missed those videos, make sure you go back to watch them. So this place that he got taken to, where is it? Is it a world? Is it under the earth? Is it in some realm? Is it in some dimension? Where is this place?
I never fika a buya. Fika nye, jifolo, etogomelo, ayamelo, fika tu nye. Ata adbro fifi anani.
Elle se be fika mpuni makodoa, nya kogbo ko, iko manyo.
Ta ko ave.
Te mene ba komo dan lu, afiko dan lu.
Sorry. He said where he got awakened, when he realized that no, now I am out of that realm, he found himself by the anthill. So he doesn't know whether he was in the ant. They put him in the ant hill. Or so the place is like a house, family, community. So he doesn't know whether he was within the ant hill or outside or beneath the sea. He doesn't know.
So it's true that there are dimensions that we just cannot go into, but these dimensions exist because when you tell most people this story, they will think you're making up stories. It's just a joke. You're making up. So it's true that he confirms that there are multiplicity of dimensions and there are other worlds beyond our physical world that they also get married, live their lives, have raised families, do their jobs, go to farm. But we just can't see. Is it true that we have a realm like that?
Fico la gama upload alo. Ala seba agele akobole tomato mami.
Mami ha to koko different.
Ateli.
Okay.
Nya timoto. You no koko yen be ya tim.
All right.
Tomato mami, yen tomo. Ageto ya bu akomo ko yino.
So yeah, there are realms. There are spiritual realms. They just mention some of them. That, for example, dwarfs, they can take you to their realms. And you get missing. They will look for you until they are through with you before they'll bring you back. The same applies to Mami's spirit. They can also take you to their realm. That is under the sea. And you love it over there. When your time is up, they bring you up as a human being. The same applies to witches. When they pick you, they take you to the top of a tree. You'll be there, so you'll be on the top of a tree like that. That happens. So there's also a community.
So wait. So there are countries, there are cities, there are nations on top of trees.
Yes, that witches.
So trees are not ordinary. We don't just see trees and think that this is just a tree. There's a whole realm.
That's
There's a
why
whole
when you cut
world.
some of them, blood comes out. So dwarves have their realm, Mami have their realm, witches have their realm, principal. There are other realms. So it is true that there are different realms that we can't see we can't see with our naked eye. But for him, the realm that he went into, when he came out, he realized that it was the dwarf realm. Because he found himself with the hill. And the hill, ant hill, that is where dwarfs really dwell.
So I want to ask an important question, but before that, let me ask this. By popular belief, they say dwarfs are short. So when he went, like he said, they gave him wife and all that. Were these people short, or they were normal sizes? He had normal human size. Were their legs looking backwards, or their legs were looking forward?
So we never miss over Nazis and Okowa, Alage Okowa, over spiritual realm. Obi se all like let afajo. All like afwa. I told them a talulu now. A girl, she we are. A boy, Okokolo, a fortune, a bellow, a lowlish, all like bear, a pond mound and a man.
A girl, come on.
A bear, a general and a man.
A dinner. Like what get don't put a camera.
Is it yes? It's like that.
You know.
La frase. We are going some of their secrets, so we need to affiliate them. I said yes. It happens. No dwarf is tall. They are all short and they have only one eye. That is the secret that you know that you want to.
So he's not supposed to say such secrets. So now he has to appease them. The fracture.
Yeah, man. So they have only ta unkuri kako kala oshi.
About that dinner. Bulia for a cafe colosi. For a cafe, yamali.
He said
One leg?
they have long hair. They have only one leg. So all that is telling us that some of them.
Yeah, one go do.
It's confirming it.
The rest of September.
They have only one leg.
Naga yazo, also okay, not so much.
Tamazonango.
Ta na le plurua, ya chuba ba ya le, ba ba ya le.
So he said the real dwarfs, they have long hair and they have only one leg. And when they are walking, they don't walk like this. They walk backwards.
But then they are going forward.
But then they are going forward. So if you are chasing them, they will be going backwards. But you go like this. So there's no way you can meet them. That's how mysterious they are.
Wow. As he's talking right now, I can tell that the energies are changing. And he's climbing up. He's climbing up.
Because you have the third eye. So.
Yeah, I could tell. Now, okay. So is it that just as we are now, it's obvious that they are around, they are seeing everything we are doing?
I don't know. I mean, Bafia. It's probably no for Bogba get I confirm. Hello, I don't put it here. I get all the young boy.
Age. No.
Over me do me.
Let's say mogo model. I do put up. No, no, we are when Yanchi with the pole.
Take over.
Yeah.
He said they are disturbing him currently because he's revealing their secret. If you don't know them, you will not see by their
So that's how come I'm asking that. Okay, so now let's get back to the range. We were saying the fact that there are multiple ranges. So let's take prayer. So when we lift up our voice and we are praying, we are speaking into the dimensions, right? Is it true that each word that you say has a particular dimension that it goes to? And it's not every dimension that your words can get to. And there are certain dimensions that if your words are not potent enough, they won't even be open until there are certain gates that blocks certain words. That is why certain people's prayers do not make any sense, do not go anywhere. And other people, when they are praying with the same words, they have such impact. Is it?
But we have me do not better. Nah, we do better if you are maybe I get over do me why I over rim. That's spiritual rim over yama. Allo mami over rim. Allo aje over rim. Egbe akemi donare nyate pe o no be egbe ado e o metu dona enufo nya be egbe metu dona aba geto na geme la sua obenu gbe drama do ageto gbo ha alo na mami la sua obenu ma do mami to gbo ha alo na geme la sua obenu ma do ageto pe agbo ma nu sike agbo ma sike enu ke bia o le a ma pe o ha
opponent na geme la sua bi o si wale mo yusu na bia na mo do gbara fana ni mo je fi aganya mo do ma fa mi nota yeah, no, we are the camera. You don't do a moji. You go, oh, you're a subona honama. I'm back on my home. But when you are gamma, you several legabia, and you're going about. Could you not do that? Oh, that will honor me. I do a home.
So I get
I do a home.
Ta me here be me necessary go do be me do fuma ta ne you allo do gbeda maso fenko
Oh man my
when I yo
like by your come ko ba nga ga gba ba Jesus wa ma grema church
okay no go say what the question is asked for example, he is himself that if he prayed right now, he prayed to that Dwarfs realm. If he prayed to the he touched me. If he prayed now, his prayer go to the realm of the Dwarfs.
His prayer goes to the realm of the Dwarfs.
Yeah, go to the realm of the Dwarfs. For example, if he pray that protect my wife or my family, and something is going, maybe they are traveling, and something happens. Say, Toby, or the spirit of Toby or the power of Toby help me.
That way I could have
They'll respond to you. Even if you don't have anything, the words alone activate certain energy. That is how come people don't even go to church, but when something happens, they say Jesus is the word, the energy in it that really activate the words. So if something's happening, something bad is happening, want to happen, you say, as I say, Jimmy, the God of earth, help me. It will happen because of your words. So, but if you know you have a dimension, whatever prayer you pray, it goes through that dimension. But if you don't have it, even ordinary words are powerful.
So the words of every man on its own, every human being on its own, our words are powerful. But we just don't know it. That is why, how come we go to people for them to be praying for us? Because we don't trust in the power in our own words. So if we understand the power in our own words and we understand certain engineerings, then we can also activate certain power in our mouths to hit certain places and create certain.
So currently, he knows himself. That saying, that word I've been saying, man, know thyself.
Yeah.
He knows himself. So all the words that he will say or he use, those energy, that energy back, whatever word.
I'm a self from my top basically.
I'm a Shamia.
I'm a self from my top basically. Is
that just like Akonia, ancestral stew? Almost everybody have one.
Almost everybody has an
Almost everybody have one.
Even if you are not,
whether you believe it or not, once you have the surname.
Wait, even if you are not from the not from the continent, even if you are in the diaspora, maybe you're taken out of the continent for a long. Even if you're in diaspora, you haven't heard of this thing for a long time, you haven't believed this thing for a long time. The stew in your background still has effect.
Exactly. Okay. Wow. Sorry. now I'm the one answering the question.
Because this is a very significant
but
question.
let me put it to him. Enya me ibo. Let me anu via one. Ocho you vote the over. Na brother ko obu. Ka fi a o polo o twe. Afi ko yi. Ka to gbe sipi ma na yin. Cha afi ame ya o to fofo lo ko dwe. Ko dwe a to gbe sipi ma. Aka ta segbe na o ha.
Asegbono.
Yes.
Asegbono.
That ancestral to.
The most segbono ma klo anu agbo.
Ta gbe sipi.
Wọ́n tó gbé ya ní kò súbọ́ kẹ́wé jí owó tọ́ wa yé ma lẹ́gàn.
The ancestors still have your back. It is the energy, the blood that your our late parents were having before they took them to that land. They still have connection with the ancestral tree. So when you call them today, they will respond. Whether you know their name or you don't know their name. When you call them today, they say protect you, still have your back.
So let's say you come from the diaspora, right? You don't know anybody that knows anybody that knows anybody in your family, right? And you come to Tobe and you say, Tobe, can you help me connect to the stool, the power in my background, in my very family, not anybody's power, the power in my family. I don't know any grandparents' name, grandfather, grandmother, I don't know anybody. Can you help me? Is this something that they can do?
Tobe, Tafrache, me a novia ocho yevo deva. Omenya mereke afia. Omenya mereke. Sika grobe fonya me ya, amaya fonya me ya. Kake odive no nya, no togbe jipi. No nya no togbe unsen. let me back body attack by the meow nya Pokemon Maucho. I talk basically Maucho. I talk basically how hello one yammy over and one young over background over for me. What me attack by the meow over KO.
Apa watanya ini ber hindi batanya ber abu banyak dekong kelia wa na kamu ni ada dekong tole ni kebu abu mah kebu la fiamo
ta attack kanu
ato bade
ame
le chu yale yamai bol mo fi otopo
there's a way they can do divination and then
ya tuna bobo yema
they can do divination and they invoke whatever ancestral spirit you have, and through that stool can direct you that go to this place, go and do this, or pass through cosmos, do bathing from there. Your eye. I'm just giving an example. Everything will come out from your eye. Like all the scale will come out from your eye, and then
you begin to know.
And you can even see it in your dreams.
Although na ogun na ba iduyama. Bogbora tete ojiama. Oh, am I just you? Ma me be here.
So there's a way that if you can do divination, and then there will be a direction that go to this town. By the time you get there, somebody will recognize you. Say the spirit of your ancestors will recognize you. You say, it's not the son of that man. It's not the daughter of that man. Then they will take you home. Definitely, you will find your.
So it doesn't matter where you are. You can always connect back to your ancestry.
Yes,
always.
According to him.
Just by coming to the Tobis or spiritual leaders, and then now let's come back. So, guys, you see, like wherever you are, don't ever think that you are too disconnected from our backgrounds. Don't ever think that you're too taken away. The channels are broken. No, it's not broken. Once you do the right things, you follow the right process, you go through the right procedures, you can always connect. You don't need to go far. So like, the IAM program that we're doing, once you begin to connect to your inner self, it will always direct you where to go, who to talk to, and whatever it is. That's why I don't believe that even those that are coming into the community is an accident. It's not. You are being directed into this place. That's how come we are even here, because I'm also being directed. Guess what? Just a conversation with Elder, I'm sitting here. It's all part of the direction. Just one conversation would open one door. That door would open another door. That door would open another door. Anyway, let me come back. So,
but let me ask something to it. There's this thing that they normally do. They say they've gone to do the ancestral, whatever
DNA.
DNA and all test. Whoa, fine. That is
ancestry. Okay, I won't mention any brand.
That is science. But if you need a confirmation, a real confirmation, the conk one, it is ancestors. It is the elders, those who deal with. They will show you.
Yeah. So, was there anybody in your family that ever went this path, became a Tobe, became a Boku, follow this path, or you are the first in your family? And if so, why? Why you? Why did they choose you specifically?
So we ever doya or bang tabu do doya vaya belia Azizan alage ekwamede na family amekwa na me mawa ewe na megbanto na we na megbanto no kata onye we wa yon
Apega. Nasia. Nato bu adena oni bai. Tonya ba to munwa.
Okay.
Ateka jivia makuaro. Tie zulu ma no compose. Ibu inti nyamono.
Ya so fuma so no awole.
Mo so awole. Wa ka bom otegbo namba. Na gema la si o mete yan la yo ba datu egbemu. Talo elo mo ko bu na wo.
You say the father that gave his grandfather was also a Huna. So he's not the first person. It's
always coming in
the family. The father that gave birth to him is still alive, but then that is old man. He's bedridden. He can't do anything. So he stayed with his grandpa before, and then learned some of the crafts before he got missing. But his father told him that if you don't have the father is a hunter. If you don't have that dwarf energy, you can't call animal and shoot it. So meaning they have that energy.
So they connect to the energies of the animals.
So meaning they've been missing before him. He is not the
he's not the first. So that particular dwarf family knows his family. That is how come they continue the legacy of channeling down this energy to stay in this particular family. So, for example, like I can be wrong. Like whilst I'm looking around, this particular daughter with the braids, right? I can tell that there's so much energy on her. Right. So this is typical example of the gift being passed down generationally and still staying in the family. Right? Okay. Now, Toby, is it everyone? I mean, this question I'm about to ask, I've even literally just answered it, but I still want to know. Can every single person be taken by the dwarfs, or a specific people that the dwarfs take in?
Agrewa asisanwa. Amesame kuchona. Alo America. America dejesibe. Nanelemi. Alo atwa wo ife unchido ya kuchona. Alo chona mesame ku.
Agrewa chona mesame. Mo boto. No kona mesame.
No.
Kona gbogbo kan lauma. Na so pe to kurako.
You said they don't just take any ordinary person. It's not even common for them to like do that, have that kind of relationship, or like take you. If your energy and their energy is the same, you will have that kind of relationship with them, whereby they will take you.
So basically, if there's a covenant between the two families, then they can. Because since I've been on the road, I think honestly, he's the second person that I've met that has been taken the dwarves for 7 years, and I've met a lot of priests, but he's the second priest that has been taken away by the dwarves for 7 years.
So there are special people that they deal with. They don't just get up and take anybody, even from the family. Even from the family, they can't just pick anybody. They will deal with someone that has the same energy, or someone that can really understand them, that can continue. From if he is not around,
somebody that can. Hence, why he was even able to control himself and not mess around when he went to the dimension. Because it's not every man that you get presented a beautiful lady and you say that, I won't.
My brother, in his case, trust me, they will be more beautiful than
anything we've seen.
Because they are spirit.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention. I don't want to
that's what I'm saying.
So whoever tells you dwarves have 2 legs, the person is lying. They have one leg.
Wait, but a lot of people say this on TV. You see on TV, they say they have 2 legs, they have this, they have.
According to him, what he has seen. There's no dwarf.
There's no dwarf.
There's no dwarf that have that have 2 legs. The hair is very long that cover their faces. He said, oh, I'm shaking. I'm shaking because he's hitting something that I like very much. He said, if you really want to see cat dwarfs, well, there's fresh palm wine.
Hey!
Nobody, no animal, nothing, no spirit drink palm wine like
Dwarfs.
So they drink and get booze. So that is where maybe you'll be fortunate to use. That is where some people can have access to cut
Hair.
their hair.
Oh.
And they cut the hair to go and do psychedelic magic.
Oh.
So that they can chant
Money rituals.
Money rituals. He is a custodian of this, so why should he go? Because personally, there are certain things that this route you pass through certain things. Real hair of a dwarf, when you put it here, it will run away.
Wow.
You have to chase it.
Straight.
Yes.
Wow.
The strand of a hair.
Let's say seconds.
Seconds.
It will run away. If you don't take it, it will just vanish.
Wow.
So
the person who has the hair is calling it back, basically, because they don't lose their hair.
It's energy, yeah. Then if you put that hair into a bottle and you put egg on it, that hair will suck all the the juice from the egg.
Wow.
When you take it out, you only see shells.
Wow.
Seconds.
That is how powerful.
So the hair is powerful. Just the hair.
My grandfather also told me, he was also a hunter before, that if really you want to, like those who are the warrior, the big warrior, they are the people that were able to fight with dwarfs face to face. If you are fortunate to kill it, that is where you have the hair or the hair of it, or you can even cut. You can get some small. Personally, we use some for certain things. You have to buy small like this. They will sell to you huge amount of money. Just because of the energy in it.
Aduli ada kolabo.
I'm a better. La ana for the kaji.
For the kaji. Atuala ya for the baja. Fia let's say papa kaplalo. Let's say papa for them let's some of them look like some of them can put on dress like the way African chief will put on with one leg, and the leg it doesn't have 10 5 this thing. It's like double dark, the way dark this thing is. That is how the leg there's no divisions like this. That is real dwarfs.
That's when you know you're in bed with the real deal.
Yes.
So why him? Why did they take him?
I don't look at that. Look at that.
Matanyo. Let's say, but class in Nigeria. Hey, Kojima. You know, but Kojima in the Puna Pay. That trees come of fauna. Now, Jimba no more phone book or take off phone book. No phone come up for you. 8 trees.
Yeah, moving on.
Oh yes, I think I'm soaking the thing too much. More than people. He said when they give back to him, according to his mom, he always go into trance. He will collapse. When they touch him, like when they beat him, he will collapse. So the father and the mother, they don't touch him. So I think the thing started from
the womb.
So as soon as they beat him, he will collapse. 3 days, 4 days before you come back.
Wow. When he is 3 days, 4 days.
Yes. That's how come they mark him.
Oh.
I said, which I will be going to praise it, but today.
So why him? Like that, yeah, I still
You said, well, the parents were so amazed that how come small time you collapse 3 to 4 days? So they thought he would die, but because he didn't die, that's why they gave him the name Agbeko, meaning only life. Agbeko. That's Agbe is life. So Agbeko, only life. That's the name. Meaning
Only
he will not
life.
die.
Only life. He will always
He's supposed
be
to
alive.
die, but he didn't die.
Meaning he has to be here.
Yes.
He has to be in this room for a specific purpose.
I don't know when he went to those coma, he would have. Yeah.
Okay, so now then there's a reason why you are here in the first place.
Susure ta koko ova ayin bayaji
de olomo do ba bu mojo wa ko bi me ma ku mama go ta gbogbo e kan po ma konju ele se ba abe fonti yen ma ti agbo.
Okay ka je do je na kwafi
o je be mo do le ma
so okay wait when you got sick, you know, when they get back to you, meaning it's all job maybe it was a sickler. So that had come, that coma issue has been coming. So he's supposed to die. But that dwarf spirit were the one that sustained him. Other than that, he would have gone. That had come, they took him away, prepared him before bringing him back.
So meaning he already had the assignment before, obviously, before coming into this dimension. But when he got to this dimension, there were things that were not necessarily in the same frequency. That's how come he was getting sick and all that. It means that most of the time, when we see young people say, "Oh, this is a sickler, is condemned to this, give him this medication." The problem is not the medication; it's a spiritual thing that we don't understand yet. Then we give medications to kill certain cells and neurons of the child. Then we make the child become a disabled person. So it means we don't understand what is actually happening. That's why we destroy children's future even before they grow. But tends to be the parents understood what was going on. Okay, so now he goes through the training. 7 years time, they let him come back. What did he do that made them trust him enough to know that, okay, now you can go back and we trust you to do the work that you have to do?
Padrema, Evanofuma, Ujevenava, Nagibotorobo. Nuka, who Jewish said, okay, if you are a field, a tea, a field, a person, a lot of Jews, Nuka, a few hot Jews, and I see them when I go back.
Want to Matenyo? Good you, Lawa, Unonka, but a Liverpool.
Let him speak.
Oh no, that is why always, as soon as even they conceive you, decided to do divination to find out who you are, the kind of energy you are coming out with, your assignment. That is why we call a set, Krabia, Jogbese, destiny. So they know those things before they give birth to you. So when you got missing, his parents definitely were doing the divination.
Oh, so the parents went to.
So they were telling them, no, your son is not dead. Your son is alive. Your son is alive. Your son is alive. Through divination. I would have forgot about him.
So the parents also did not forget about him, and they were doing the necessary things to help him come back. Oh, snap! Some of our parents.
It's like when you are there. When you are there. You don't even know yourself. You don't even think of coming back. But it is through the divination.
Now I want to get up. Of the parents.
That's like I was shaking.
Of the parents. So if the parents didn't know what to do, they would have lost him.
Yes. Like he will not come back.
If you like,
so they do divination asking, is my son alive? You say yes, alive. Is my son alive? You say yes, alive. But why is he coming? So you come.
And it's possible that the parents were doing certain offerings and giving certain gifts so that it will sustain the son.
Right. They said their father do mirror divination.
Hey!
So always he get that when time he go through. Oh no. Oh wait, Gabriel. I follow me by.
You're not supposed to say it?
Oh no, I've been carried away.
Okay.
So the father normally do.
Where are you going?
The father normally do mirror divination. So every time he did the divination, they tell him that no, your son is not dead. Your son is alive.
So the father could see the son.
That no car. That one hour alone, I said like be out say that oh, if you make cool, the Vialagbe, that 1 hour.
What one?
I can't say
What's the uncle?
a phone and one.
Let's a bird. That's a bobo. The long valley. Let's a bird. An uncle, come more corner. I let come in little. One particularly, no, mammy, at that point. I take a people people that care, come and cut down on influence. What come my point to?
You said, if it is, I mean that you have to take him. You can see it. You can see it in the mirror. But because of the dwarfs, you can see them. But you can only hear the voice. So the father was not seeing him, but he was hearing his voice.
So, wow. So with the air energies, you cannot trace them, you cannot catch them. And I'm from. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Hey. Wow.
That is why I want to be with you.
That is it. When I'm talking about these things, they shape out what you say.
Wow. So now, guys, you see, we go beyond to make sure you get this information. So this work is not a joke. It's not a joke. The things we have to go through to get some of the information. Sometimes the things that don't come on camera, you have no idea. You know, so you should know that your contributions that you bring in to help us go on, it's not in vain.